Atheist life versus religious life. Some argue that religious life is the best way to live. They claim life without a God is sad and depressing. Statements like, "I could not imagine my life without God," and "my life would be meaningless without God," are common defenses for a religious life. The following is a list of advantages atheists enjoy over religious life. I invite the religious viewers to submit a video response with the advantages of a religious life. Atheists can make moral decisions based on the specific context. Having absolutes like "thou shalt not lie" stops people from thinking for themselves and making the right decisions based on the situations at hand. In what situation would it be okay to lie? Most religious people would say never. Atheists would disagree. For example, if you were living in Germany, hiding Jews in your attic during the Holocaust, and Hitler's Nazis knocked on your door and asked if you were hiding Jews, would it be okay to lie and save the lives of the Jews in your attic? I believe trying to save their lives would be the moral and proper choice. Atheists have the power to do what's right for all humanity rather than to be forced a perspective of doing what's right for a God. Atheists can experience healthy outrage at the outrageous without fear of questioning God's plan. We can be outraged when a friend dies of a horrible disease or is killed in a car accident. It is okay to be upset at disasters and horrible events. It is not part of any plan. It's just a horrible event. Atheists try to learn from them and not just chalk it up to God's plan. We use science to understand catastrophes like hurricanes and tsunamis. This gives us the ability to save lives. If we think a magical plan is going to happen no matter what, then why try to stop the events or make things better? Atheists do not wonder if God is punishing us. Yes, there is cause and effect, and our actions affect how we live. You should save for retirement, and if your diet is bad, you'll end up fat, or sick, or both. But if an airplane part falls on your house, it's an accident. If you find a $5 bill on the sidewalk, it's an accident. No magical intervention, no magical wrath. These are just accidents. Life has an element of chance. This may not seem comforting, but here's another way to look at it. Your loved one dies in a completely random car accident where nobody could possibly be blamed. Is it more comforting to know the accident happened because of bad luck, or is it better to think the accident could have been prevented by an omnipotent being that could have stepped in and saved them from an untimely death, but your God decided just to let them die? You don't have to be frustrated thinking, was it because I didn't pray enough? Was God mad at me or them? Maybe I should have prayed more. Atheists take comfort in knowing there is no plan. Atheists can be friends with everyone without having the thought in the back of their mind that this person's lifestyle may be evil. You have the power to accept people for what they are, enabling you to enjoy their quirks rather than chastise them for being unique. Atheists can have relationships with people who have alternative lifestyles without feeling like they have to save them from some deity that's going to condemn them for being themselves. After all, if there was a creator, then he has made everyone the way they are. Atheists don't fear that a large part of the Earth's population is going to hell for being true to themselves. Atheists can engage other people without the feeling of having an agenda. We don't feel the need to probe into another person's life. Every time you meet a new person, you don't need to ask them about their religion. You can be their friend no matter what religion they happen to hold. Atheism isn't about evangelizing. Atheism is about thinking for yourself and encouraging others to do the same. Atheists do not live with the fear of hell. This is one of the hardest things for religious people to shake, and one of the best rewards. Religious people love the thought of heaven, but fear hell as a consequence. In order to lose the fear of hell, you have to let go of the false hope of heaven. Atheists have done both. Atheists raise free-thinking children. Let them pick a religion or none. What would you have picked? This is hard for parents. If a child wanted to be another religion, or even atheist, it would be devastating to most religious parents. Why not teach them about all religions and tell them why you believe the one you do, and then let them choose? Atheists do not force atheism on their children. We simply let them see the evidence for and against religion and let them make up their own mind. They may change their mind several times. This is okay. Atheists love their children no matter what belief they are drawn to. That is the beauty of free thinking. You can raise your children according to your values without feeling as though you have to defend Bible stories that even a child can see are fiction. Atheists do good deeds not because it's mandated, but because it arises freely from their own sense of goodwill. When atheists do something nice, it is because they want to, not because they're trying to please a God. Atheists can give money to charities that make a difference, and not to church tithe, where the money may not be as helpful to mankind. The feeling that comes from giving of free will is wonderful. Atheists know the true meaning of forgiveness and love. Atheists know that forgiving someone is not mandated by God. It is something that we do from free will. Therefore, we can experience love that is different than religious people. True forgiveness and acceptance of your fellow man comes out of understanding who you and others really are and their potentials and limitations. We all make mistakes. Atheists are able to forgive without a God having a part in it. The world is an oyster, and true love and true forgiveness is a pearl that you can possess without a God or a dogma. Atheists experience an improved intimate connection. It is truly a one-on-one connection. A marriage is much stronger when you stop looking for answers from a magical being that is not there. Atheists accept that things that are yet unknown are simply things that are yet unknown. Science is marching on to new answers every day. We can rest assured that just because we don't know the origin of the universe, we don't have to put a God in that place. It is true the knowledge of the universe is very small. Why should we fill those gaps in our knowledge with a magical being? Why does a magical being make better sense than just accepting that we don't know? Atheists are comfortable with the unknown. We know that we are learning more every day. Atheists know that sin doesn't exist and that you can do all the natural things that religion teaches as sin. Obviously, I'm not talking about murder or crimes. You can be yourself. You don't have to pretend. You can have all the wild, kinky sex you want. Atheists have the freedom to think for themselves, to have complete autonomy, to study what they want, to learn different ideas, and to do it all totally independent of external judgment from people or gods. Atheists can take science classes without trying to fit it into a biblical belief. Atheists know it is not wrong to change your mind. Science is always changing with new ideas. There is no dogma in science. Atheists are happy when they are proven wrong. It means knowledge has advanced. Knowledge and the pursuit of truth is very important to atheists and should be important to all. Atheists have a power to question and get real answers to those questions without shame. Atheists do not use a God as an excuse. We don't make excuses for religious people who do bad things. When someone does something bad, it's bad, no matter what their belief. We take full responsibility for our own actions too. We don't commit atrocities to please an imaginary being. Atheists are not chained by the guilt of the original sin dogma. You no longer have to view man as being in a fallen state. You don't need to be forgiven for just being born. We're not born into sin. People are good or bad based on decisions they make and their actions. Actions are more important than beliefs. Atheists look for solutions from inside. We don't ask for a God to step in and help us or others. We change our behavior, our attitude, or our addictions by making the right choice and taking action. Atheists get to make those changes that would never happen with prayer. It takes action. Atheists take responsibility and realize they are in control. When a situation is not within our control, praying is not a solution. Religion teaches comfort with a deferment and a lack of responsibility. For women, atheism is a chance to be free of an oppressive belief system that teaches women that they are second-class citizens. No more trying to live as a woman shackled by the confines of a faith designed by and for men. Atheists can watch movies, listen to music, and read books without worrying about them being pleasing to a god. Atheists can read Harry Potter and study evolution without feeling like the devil is trying to get them.